Hey folks, welcome back to another gameplay video on Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. My name is Globku and today we have what I've been calling the Sand Ninja. He's not purely a Sand Ninja, he is a custom character, but he has sand abilities. Even though his secret ninjutsu, his ultimate ability is a water-based ability, everything else is sand, so that kind of makes him a Sand Ninja. Anyway, that's the name I came up with. It does have this Sand Ninja vibe to the guy, even if he isn't actually a Sand Ninja. In fact, he has a Konoha headband, so that technically makes him a Konoha ninja using sand abilities. Also, this is another video that doesn't have any audio, so apologies for that, but the capture setup at Gamescom was kind of weird, and sometimes the videos would come out with no audio. So the first thing that really grabbed my attention was that big-ass sword. Yes, that is indeed Zabuza's sword, and it is my favorite sword of this whole Gamescom build. In fact, this was my favorite character to play as during this Gamescom demo. This is a 3v4 match. We were at a disadvantage. There's only 3 players on my team, and there are 4 enemy players. This is my very first match, so you will see a lot of clumsy deaths. There was no tutorial per se, so this is me actually learning how to play the game. I'm learning that chakra jumping while in a wall that makes you jump away from the wall. I was learning a lot of stuff that we covered last Monday's video when we talked about movement tutorial, and movement is super important in this game as you're about to learn. Now, if you haven't watched that video, do make sure to watch it because you'll understand this video a lot better. You'll understand what I'm struggling to do a lot better too. I went straight for the flag. No one stopped me. I thought, you know what, this game's easy. Sakura here giving me some trouble with some kunai, and the friendly Sakura has come to the rescue. I'm gonna try and jump over them, because now I figured out, okay, I know how to chakra jump, and I think most players still don't know exactly what this is. So I'm doing these little chakra jumps that aren't super, long, but they have been enough to elude the opponents until Sasuke got in the mix, and now we're in a good old-fashioned duel. Using the kunai with a string to get to the wall, that was totally an accident. That's my first time using that ability. And here's the sand shield. Sasuke cannot get close. Unfortunately, I cancel out of it, but the range and the damage of that Zabuza sword, it is so good. Here's my second ability, and he dies, and I could have pressed R2 to deactivate the jutsu, but I did not see that prompt in time. And also the jutsu, which is the spiked human boulder. It doesn't climb walls. I thought, it has spikes, so naturally it's gonna roll up walls, but it did not. Sakura's making her way to our flag. I miss the kunai with a string and die. There's gonna be a lot of silly deaths because of movement, and again, that's why it's important for you guys to watch Monday's video, the movement tutorial, because I didn't get anything like a movement tutorial, and that's why I died over and over and over. So, respawn, here I go again. Sasuke is making his way to my flag, using some ranged attacks, and there I used the bomb, but he used the substitution and got out. I used another bomb to interrupt his Chidori. I don't know where Sasuke is, I just found him, dodged that kunai, and into a full combo, knocked him into the ground. Not sure if he's dead or not yet, but I decided, you know what, it's time to score another point. Let's move towards the enemy base, get their flag. Chakra jump, kunai with a string, miss the log, and that just means that I'm dead because I'm not experienced enough at the game. This was my very first time and I was not getting a hang of it. It's like movement, it takes a while for you to get used to. Don't go into Shinobi Striker thinking that, oh, I'm just gonna be the master of movement. I'm just gonna run up walls, I'm gonna jump all over the air, I'm gonna fly all over the place. Without some practice, this is what's gonna happen. You're just gonna die over and over. Like this. As I respawn, the enemy is already attacking our flag. There's Sasuke. He's using a Kirin. I don't know exactly where it's landing, but it's not on me. This is an interesting clip that we're gonna need to analyze. I used my secret technique there, the water prison. It did hit someone. I was aiming at Sasuke, but Sasuke did not get hit. And here's how strong this sword is. Not only was I able to kill Sasuke, I was also able to hit Kakashi, interrupting his combo and now finishing him up with a spiked human boulder. Now, the spiked human boulder has a look that it also kind of looks like sand. It could be hair. I will talk about it at the end when we analyze it. Okay, following up, there's this Sakura here. So Sakura, she was very annoying during this match. My relationship with Sakura is kind of tough. So here she is. I use a sub to get out of a combo. She uses her punching ability. I get knocked out. I don't have the sub anymore. She is so much faster than me. That's the biggest weakness of this sword, is that it is super slow. So if you're trying to exchange blows with someone, usually they're just gonna be faster than you. I used the sand shield here to get her away from me, but actually that was her plan all along as she went for the flag. Used the explosive to knock her back, and then using that range, the sword range, to actually get some damage in. Again, Sakura is so much faster than me. She's gonna interrupt me on every turn. I tried to use my ability, she interrupted them. Use the secret jutsu here. I still take damage, but she cannot interrupt me anymore, and now she's perfectly laid bare for me to execute a full combo. I was almost dead, look at that. 19 health. That is play of the game right there. If there was such a thing in this game. I felt really proud of that moment. Like, one more punch and Sakura would have killed me. If the water prison didn't come out at that specific time, I would have died. Okay, pause. We gotta do a replay on that. Look how close that Rasen Shuriken got to killing me. I was 19 health. It was super close. At this point, I was heading towards my healer, Sakura, because I was so low on health. I'm like, I need healing. There's no way for me to heal myself. Unfortunately, Kakashi killed me. I don't know if he was aiming for me or Sakura, but either way, he got me with his lightning blade. My healer didn't heal me. I don't know if she saw me or not, but either way, my plan did not work out. And now we have the enemy Sakura moving towards our flag once again. I'm trying to intercept, and you know my relationship with this character by now. She's gonna use her secret technique, and I got killed by Hatake Kakashi. Kamui is really strong. It's a one-hit kill. It took 1,000 damage, okay? I took 1,000 damage, 1,000 health. It's a one-hit kill no matter how strong your character is. This is the character with the most health that I've seen so far, and Sakura was able to hold me in place by using her secret technique. She didn't flinch, she was just standing there, and I was doing damage, but because I was standing still. That's how the Kamui works. That's also how the Kirin should work. Like, you need someone else to hold the enemy players in place. Otherwise, it's very easy to dodge. Even though it's a one-hit kill, even though it's super powerful, it doesn't matter, because if they dodge it, then it's just a waste. Alright, that's the gameplay. Let's jump into some analysis. So let's start by breaking down this guy's abilities. First up, he's got the standard sub, nothing special there, followed by the blast bomb on the circle button. Now the blast bomb, I liked it a lot. First of all, it deals some decent damage when compared to the kunai, but it only has 2 charges, while the kunai has double that. It has 4. But the main advantage of the blast bomb is its knockback. When you hit an opponent, the opponent just goes flying away from you. So it's the perfect weapon to keep opponents from coming to you. It's perfect for when you're protecting your own flag, for instance, or when you're carrying the enemy flag and you just want to keep enemies away. Next, on the L1 button, we have the sand shield. Now, once you activate the sand shield, a circle of sand will appear around your character, and no enemies can enter that circle. It's okay for allies to enter it, but enemies just cannot do it. I was not able to confirm whether or not enemies can still hit you with their ranged attacks, either the kunai or maybe a fireball, for instance, but at the very least it protects you from melee combos because the enemies just can't approach you. So if you use it on top of your own flag, no one can capture it while the ability is active. Of course, this ability also has its downsides, the biggest one being the movement speed. You are extremely slow while this ability is active. And also you can cancel the ability by simply jumping or attacking, which also means that you cannot attack and have this ability activated at the same time. Next, on the R1, we have the spiky boulder. Now, I believe that this is the spiked human boulder technique, but instead of a human, it's sand. I mean, it could be the hair. We've seen the spiked human boulder in the Naruto anime used with hair, but I don't know, it just doesn't look like hair. It looks more like sand, and I like the idea of this guy being a sand ninja for some reason. But whatever, I guess that's not important. What's important is what it actually does, and what it does is being the best ability in this whole build. Guys, forget the Sharingan, forget the Byakugan. This is where it's at. You just turn into a giant boulder and crush people. Look at the damage this thing does. And the opponents, they really can't do much against you. You have full control of the boulder while it's active. You can direct it anywhere you want. So it doesn't matter if they dodge or if they throw abilities at you, because they cannot stop the boulder. If you're the one casting this ability, you can interrupt it at any point by pressing the R2 button, something that I did not know when I used it for the first time, and probably noticed the button way too late. And then finally we have this ninja's secret ninjutsu, which is a water technique. It is the water prison, which is a jutsu where you cast a bubble that traps either a single or multiple enemies. That is not confirmed yet. We're gonna talk about it in a little bit. After you trap the enemy, you can follow up with another jutsu or a full combo, whatever you want. The opponent is vulnerable. It's just the way it works. You can do whatever you want after you trap it in the prison. After you activate the technique, there's kind of a long animation. It cannot be interrupted like all the secret techniques we've seen so far. You still take damage when you're hit, but you don't flinch and you're gonna execute it no matter what. And a bubble will spawn on top of the enemy's head, and then they will be trapped. The best clip I have for this ability is this one with Sakura, but you guys know that I like to make things a bit more complicated, so to try and understand this ability a little bit better, we're gonna try to watch some other clips that are not so clear. Like this one, for instance. I was locked on to Naruto when I activated the technique. I didn't notice this. I was trying to trap Sasuke, but I was locked on to Naruto. My team's Kakashi knocked Naruto back, so the lock then changed to Sasuke, but I was already in the middle of the animation. The technique stayed on Naruto. As you can see, the bubble is forming behind the flag all the way in the back. The more interesting thing is what happens next. For some reason, we don't see the bubble, which is probably a bug, but we caught Kakashi in the water prison because we can see his character animation during the thing where he's struggling and drowning. We didn't catch Naruto, but we got Kakashi instead, which means one of two things. One, the target was Naruto, but Kakashi touched it first, so the technique went to him. Or two, the water prison is an area of effect attack, which can catch multiple enemies if they're all clumped up together. Either way, it was kind of a confusing moment because I was trying to use it on Sasuke, and then I didn't see anything happening at the time. I just felt the technique was useless, but I'm glad I did it again against Sakura because, yeah, it was worth it. Another clip we have is actually one I've already shown you guys during my Kakashi gameplay. I was protecting the flag against this ninja in a 1v1 battle, and the enemy ninja used this move, the water prison, against me. What's confusing about this is the following. First, when he activates his secret technique, I'm out of range for him to lock on. That's because my target reticle, if you notice, it is gray and not yellow. Only once it's yellow can you actually lock on to the target. And second, he was facing a completely different direction, and that's where the bubble actually spawned, super far away from the flag, but still I got trapped by it. I'm gonna go ahead and say that this one was a bug. I don't want to put too much analysis into this clip because I feel like this is something that will be fixed. Players cannot just use attacks randomly and then have the game fix their mistakes. A competitive game like this, it cannot behave this way. And that's the gameplay I have for you guys this week. I really loved playing as this character, mainly because of his weapon. The range and damage of the Zabuza sword is insane. I really liked it, and I kind of want to do it again. Once the game comes out, I'll probably be using this weapon on one of my loadouts. And also the spiked human boulder, it is incredibly powerful, and I enjoyed using it a lot. If you also enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and if you missed last week's gameplay where I played with a custom character using the Byakugan, check this video right here. If you're in the mood for something else, there's also this video right here, but as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!